In this video, we're going to talk about how I went from 83 kilograms tall, skinny young man to a 90 kilo monster. The three topics I want to talk about in this video are calories, exercise in your routine, and then mindset. So first things first, when it comes to kind of putting on noticeable muscle, especially at the rate in which I did, is that you've got to make sure that your calorie intake is spot on from the get-go. All you want to be doing is eating in a surplus, eating rich protein sources of calories, and make sure that you're full most of the time. Especially in your 20s, you don't have to be fearful of being clean all the time. Like, this is going to sound like mad advice, but at McDonald's, every now and then, if you really struggle to put on noticeable muscle, ain't going to hurt you. It's going to be a high source of calories, and it's really going to help you put on that weight that you need to. Imagine, what's his name? C.T. Fletcher, the bicep curl king. I know he had maybe 7 open heart surgeries, something mad like that, but he had McDonald's most days. That proves a big point. Most people that start with me, I always recommend going maintenance calories, or maybe like a 200 to 500 calorie surplus. If you need help with your calories, feel free to message me and I can work that out with you. The second thing you've got to do is work out your protein target. A real easy way to work this out is your body weight in kilograms times by 1.2. And that will give you a rough kind of beginning guide into protein, because you don't want to be protein coming out your ears and stuff like that. You want to make sure that where you're starting right now is we're building small stepping stones to where you really want to be. And a little top tip for you, with your protein target, which is going to be over a day, just divide that by 3, and then you know how much protein you need to have for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Now, nutrition's out the way. We're going to talk about exercise. And exercise is a part that a lot of people get wrong. You see all these kind of exercises online, certain ways of doing things, trendy movements, but the people have forgotten about the lost art of just the basics done so well. If you're someone that can go into the gym, have good focus, and do your sets like every rep counts, then you're going to get good results. Here's my kind of guide with exercise. 2 to 3 days of good 45-minute to an hour-based sessions using my 4-set framework. So really, you're going to be hitting 12 to 15 sets maximum in the gym, but everything's going to be to near failure, and you're just going to hit a nice full body routine. An example of how this might fall might be 4 exercises, 1 push movement, 1 pull, 1 legs, 1 core. And I'll give you a small little insight to what I do inside of my Apex Physique program. If you're the person coming into the gym, I always say, imagine 2 people. They both spend an hour in the gym. One's working super hard, doing their sets to near failure. The other person isn't. Who do you think is going to get the best results? And that's a brief overview of exercise. 2 to 3 days in the gym. Make sure you're working to near failure each time, and it's a full body approach. Obviously working alongside calories and protein target. The last thing I want to take you through is mindset, that thing in between your ears, because if you haven't got the right mindset, you're not able to be patient, you're not able to persevere, you haven't got grit. These are the main skills needed to achieve your result. And I wish all the advice I've given you prior to this, I can give to you, because I know that a lot of people out there still find it tough to implement. And when you get your mindset right and you can finally be consistent and train most days, then you know that you've won the battle. And that battle is the battle with yourself. For years, I went through that process of going to the gym, stopping, trying something new, stopping. It's because you need to be patient and understand what it takes. And when you can finally understand that you've got to fail to become who you want to be, you've got to be patient for years on end to be who you want to be, and you've got to go through pain and suffering to be who you want to be. When you understand that that's the journey, then you can grit your teeth and start really digging deep and starting to attack the situation. With a lot of my clients, especially inside my Apex online physique group, we have a motivation hub, and I really encourage everyone in that group as often as they can to plug in positive motivation into their ears, read positive books, fuel their minds with positivity, because we don't have a lot of role models in life. You know, there's not people out there that are giving you a pat on the back and saying, you know, like successful people around you. You know, there's a lot of naysayers, a lot of negativity around. And if you can supplement your mind with positive dialogue, people that are going to say, look, this is the journey and I'm proud that you're going through it, and you listen to that every day, you eventually start to become that person that you want to be. So for mindset, you know, my real big tips is for at least 30 minutes to an hour every day, fuel your mind with positivity. Go out for a run, a walk, headphones in, go on YouTube, motivational clips, and start to fuel your mind. Number two, and really important for me, is schedule your day. Go through a day through a to-do list, or go on your Google or Apple Calendar and write down 3 main tasks that you need to do today that are going to take you forward in the right direction. And the third one, hard to do, especially if you're in your 20s, but try and get rid of them negative habits that are pulling you down. Things like alcohol, too much partying, you know, too much gaming. These are things that ruin your dopamine system and are going to hold you back from achieving what you want. And that's an overview of how I went from 83 kilos to 90 kilograms in 3 months. Hope you enjoyed it.